Cassidy Madison. I'm a senior.
And what AP courses are you taking?
I have taken AP English Comp last year for my junior year.
Awesome. And Cassidy, what was your experience like as an AP student?
At first, it was really fun. It was a really nice experience. I liked that it challenged me and helped me grow more as a writer, and it helped me overall. But then towards the end, it got more racially uncomfortable. It was good. It felt like very homey. I felt like other people just like me know me and they're understanding, and I love that Miss Riles is there, so then she can like help us with conversations, and it just feels comfortable.
Great. Cassidy, what's one piece of advice that you would give to first-time AP students?
I would say just in general, try to challenge yourself. It's okay if at first you may seem overwhelmed, but as long as you keep up with the work, it should be good. It should be fine, because that's what I did. It was a lot of work, but as long I just kept up with it, and at the end I came out with an A. If you are an African American, I would say you may be the person that they look to all times when it comes to discussions to speak about all Black people, and you may be the person that they always see to have light or educate them about African Americans. And I just say, just stand your ground. If you feel like you're uncomfortable with it, if you feel like you don't want to talk about it because you're not the spokesperson of every single Black person, just don't talk about it. If your teacher keeps pushing you about it, don't say nothing. Don't, just be silent, because you have a voice, and if you don't want to always share about that stuff because you only want to talk about what you experienced instead of saying something for everyone else, then don't say anything. Stand your ground, be true to who you are, and just go through it. But overall, try to challenge yourself. It should be fun. Take an AP class that you feel like you would be good in and that you would definitely benefit from, and that's it.
What courses have you taken?
My name is Brittany Owens. I'm a senior, and I've taken AP Psychology and AP Economics. It's kind of a roller coaster. When I first started in one of the classes, it wasn't very welcoming, and I was the only student of color in the class, which made it kind of uncomfortable, to say the least. But I got through it, and I persevered, and I ended up succeeding, so it was worth it. In the other course, it was my second course that I was taking, and it went a lot better because I wasn't the only student of color. I was one of three, but it made it a little bit more comforting knowing that more African Americans were moving into the AP system, and it just made me feel like I wasn't so alone in it, so it felt a lot better. Piece of advice that I would give to an AP student and just any student in general is just don't fall behind, because that's when you get discouraged and you start to not want to do anything anymore and you lose motivation. That's where it all starts, just falling behind. So I would say just keep up with your work. Even if you don't want to, just make yourself do it, and it'll pay off in the end, because you won't be tired and frustrated and just, in a bad mood all the time.
Again.
I'm Jada. I'm a senior, and I've taken AP Lit and AP Psychology.
I'm Emily. I'm a senior, and I've taken AP Environmental Science, AP College English, and AP English and Literature.
I've liked most of my AP experience. It hasn't been that bad. I've been maybe one or two out of the class that's African American, and I feel like I still belong, even though it was a different setting.
Okay. My experience with AP have been interesting, I guess. I feel like I've experienced new things because of the people I'm not usually in classes with them, so it was nice to see different faces, I guess.
I actually like it. It's good to motivate younger students, African American students, to get into AP classes, because it's good for college, and it prepares you just in life in general.
It may be hard to keep up with the work, but don't be afraid to ask your teacher for help, even if you're scared.
Awesome. And Jada?
Study.
Great.
A lot.
Thanks. Are you taking?
Kaylin Howard, senior in AP College English. This year is worse than last year because there wasn't any representation, and it was quite uncomfortable. And then like when we did group work, I was like basically by myself because I ain't vibe with none of the people in there. It was decent. We actually talked about some like influential stuff. I feel like it got some stuff done, I guess. To be honest, if it's a person of color, I say be open-minded and like socialize with the other people.
Great.
My name is Tyrus Boundary. I'm a senior, and I took AP Environmental Science. It was very uncomfortable
Why was it uncomfortable?
because I was the only black person in the classroom.
Did you remain in the course?
No, I did not. If it was more black people that I'm usually around, work hard, be willing to be uncomfortable, and grow.
Taken.
My name is Miles. I am a senior at OPRF. I am enrolled in environmental science. My experience has been very complicated, but it has some advantages.
And can you elaborate?
What's complicated about it is the diversity of the classroom and then the amount of work you get. But that shouldn't just hold you back. It should be taken as an advantage. Like you can strive for, you can work harder to be better than most of the students in there. My experience has been wonderful. In Husky College Academy, it can provide you a lot of help when you need it. Don't quit, try to work through it, talk to your teacher, and have a great year.
My name is Ozzy Delgado.
What year?
I'm a senior.
And what AP classes do you take?
AP Spanish and AP College English. My experience has been very good but also rigorous because we have a lot of reading and I've never read so much in my life. It's kind of a culture shock because, I don't know, I feel very, I don't know, not disconnected but just observant of my surroundings. Very welcoming. I feel like everybody there, especially the mentors, just try to connect with their students and try to get to know them and try to get to know their experiences in the AP classes, which is a good thing. And they just try to listen to us. Well, I'd say write down what you need to do every day on a daily basis because that's what helped me to put all my homework down in a planner and what I gotta do to make a to-do list. Make sure you're very organized and that'll help the most.
Again.
My name is Chelsea. I'm a junior and I've taken AP Spanish and AP English. I would say that for me it's been a rather positive experience to the contrary of what I've heard about AP classes. At first I was scared going in because I was thinking that the work would be really, I knew it was rigorous, but I didn't think that I would be able to do it on my own. And then I realized that I wouldn't have to. And I had support from my teachers and from fellow peers and other things like that to help me succeed in the class. So it was pretty good. That was a pretty fun experience for me considering that all of my close friends were already a part of the academy too. And we all are taking the AP courses and stuff like that. So for us to come together and talk about our struggles in the AP classes and what has worked for us individually and finding like collaborative solutions to help us get through certain struggles was helpful for me because I learned that we all were like struggling in kind of a similar area, so it was helpful. For someone that's coming in to take an AP course, I would say not to be intimidated by the AP label because although you get college credit from it and it's at the college level, you can do it. It's not as hard as what you would think it would be as long as you have solid work ethic and you're like very persistent and know how to manage your time and your other assignments, and you'll be okay.